them are more than pals.
Our show can be a little gay,
But if you're not,
that's okay.
you can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
I'm Wendy.
And this is Tara.
On today's episode, we talk to Cheska Bacaltos from Buzzfeed and A-Pop about, guess what, Warrior Nun, and a very special interview that she did with a very special friend of ours. That's a nice tease, don't you think? We're also going to talk about, unfortunately, very sad news in the Warrior Nun fandom. And we have a very special segment live from the Pod Pub. Liz from LA treated us all to a SNOP Trivia competition. Wow, oh wow. Liz is a treasure and we love her very much. So that I think you'll all enjoy a little later in the pod. But first, Wendy, you know what to do.
What day is it? I have absolutely no idea, but I'm going to look it up.
Look, while you look it up, this is Tara, and I'm going to tell you what day it is.
Oh.
It's a sad fucking day.
Oh.
It's been a sad week.
Yeah. Very sad.
Do you know why?
I mean, I think I do.
I'm going to tell you.
Oh.
Because Warrior Nun was canceled by Netflix.
It
In
was.
true Netflix fashion. I mean,
That is
Netflix
true
has
Netflix
done
fashion.
this a lot with shows where they they kind of canceled them without any
Not kind of.
resolution.
Flat out canceled them without giving a crap about what
But
they left in their wake.
this is we're going to talk more about this cancellation later, but just even more, true with queer shows. We'll talk more about that, but it's been a sad week. But we've got some stuff on the agenda today that'll hopefully cheer you up. That's why we've brought Cheska here today to talk some about the show. Yeah, but it's been a sad week. I've been very sad.
I know
Wendy, do you have some days lined up yet?
Well, so I get to follow that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey,
Cheers up, Wendy.
The
Cheers
20th
up.
is
Look,
Go
we all-
Caroling Day, or maybe you'll sing and it'll perk up your spirits. How about
We can all sing about praise Warrior Nun, praise bisexual Jesus Ava Silva, Mary
well, if that
Queer
doesn't work,
Miss.
it's also National Sangria Day, so do what you
Oh,
gotta do.
wow.
okay. That's fun.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give a shout out. That reminds me, because I'm pretty sure her handle is Sangria Falls.
Oh,
K.
funny. That's funny.
On Twitter, who's been hosting all the lovely Twitter spaces for Warrior Nun. See how I tied that back in?
Okay,
That
well
was
now I feel like I have to
masterful.
tie in all the things.
Okay.
How about the 21st is National Humbug Day? I feel like it's a big
Ah.
humbug that the show was canceled.
Netflix, yeah.
But thank you, Kay. And thank you,
Yeah.
Ari and Josie, and the captain, and all the people that have been hosting these lovely Twitter spaces. I really do want to thank you. It's been really great. They've had, randomly, KTY, Christina has joined, and then they had Toya Turner, and then they had William Miller on there as well. And so we're just very fortunate to be a part of that. They did a really great job. I mean, that was just a space that they created for us to vent together, and then people started showing up. So it was just a really great experience and just really fun. So that's just a random fun day that happened. So just thank you guys for that. Anyway, back to the days.
So the 22nd, National Regifting Day. So Warrior Nun was a gift of sorts from Netflix, but we'd like to regift it to another streaming service.
Nice.
Oh, I like that.
That was good.
Well done, Wendy.
Thank you. I'm trying. The 23rd is National Roots Day, so I can just say root. Also, though, it's Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes.
I got a lot of problems with you people. 24th. What day could that be? Christmas Eve to those who
Aw.
participate and celebrate.
Indeed.
And then the 25th, Merry Christmas.
Well, and all this week is
Christmas
Hanukkah,
Day.
Happy
And
Hanukkah to our
you're the expert
Jewish
on
friend.
that.
Oh, if I'm the
More than me.
expert, we're
Well,
in trouble.
More
You
than I
literally
am.
just lit
Yes.
your Hanukkah candles, so
Exactly. You're ahead of us.
miles ahead of us.
Fair enough. Okay, as the official Judaism expert of the Sheenatel podcast,
Yes, of the podcast.
I say
The
Happy
three of us.
Hanukkah. Happy
Yes.
Hanukkah to all of
Happy
our Jewish
Hanukkah.
friends. Spin that dreidel, y'all. Get some jelly donuts and some latkes and have a good time.
See, I didn't know to say all that.
All right.
But that's our days.
Perfect.
Very much.
Did you say Christmas? I forgot. I missed
Yeah,
that.
on the 25th.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Did you
gosh.
say-
So I have to mention
I
the
wasn't listening.
26th because look. So I just Googled it because I don't honestly know, but I think
Yeah.
Kwanzaa starts the 26th.
Okay.
But when I clicked on the 26th, this stood out to me because it's National Whiners Day. I feel like that's my day a lot of days.
Like wine, like WH.
Wine. Like
Oh,
Wine.
yeah. Yeah.
Why the 26th? Like you're whining that you didn't get what
I
you
don't
wanted for
know,
Christmas?
Maybe. That seems like a random. It's
Hmm.
also like Thank You Note Day, Candy Cane Day,
Candy.
Thank you
mean,
note
it's-
day. Are you supposed to write thank you notes after Christmas?
Boxing Day.
Maybe.
I don't think anyone ever does. No, I feel
Boxing
like
Day.
Christmas. I feel like everybody's just giving gifts on Christmas. No one needs to write a thank you note. Maybe your birthday or a special occasion, but Christmas, no.
No, why is
Too many
thank you
people
note
writing
day
thank
after
you notes.
Christmas? Come
Maybe
on,
they
stupid.
are trying to get people to write more thank you notes because they want to sell more thank you cards.
Oh, it's
on.
big thank you card.
Big thank you card.
Yeah,
Thank
big
you.
thank you
Strikes
card
again.
industry. And like, thank you for having us to your party. Thank you for.
Speaking
whatever.
of, thank you,
Thank you
Tara, for having us to your party.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
good
welcome. You know
one.
what, Kat? Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again, like the Golden Girls, which are right behind you.
What? Yeah.
What?
Look at those lovely ladies back there.
Look at that.
That was
they
a
look
gift
great.
from my good friend Tara. This is probably the greatest gift I've ever been given.
Oh, that means so much to me because when I got it,
serious.
so we did a Secret Santa. We had our I had like our a Christmas party.
It was our company Christmas party.
Our company Christmas party for She May Tell
extravaganza.
at the Pod Pub here at my house that I have,
Yeah.
and I was lucky enough to get Kat for as my Secret Santa, so I got to
So
get
lucky.
her and so I was like, okay, I got to get something special, and so of course I went on the ABC store. I was like Golden Girls, and then I saw it, and I saw the Golden Girls cardboard cutout stand out, but not of just like one of them, of the group. And I was like, gotta get it. And then it showed up at my house in this huge flat box, and I thought, oh my God, I hope it's just really overpacked, like well packed. And I hope to God it's not as big as it looks. And I opened it. I just peeked in there and I was like, oh no, it's like side to side packed of this thing. I was like, where the hell is she going to put this in her house? Like,
Everywhere.
I'm so sorry. I was just thinking of Leah, like, what the fuck is the cat bringing home? Where am I going to put this? But anyway, I'm glad that you are embracing it.
Oh,
Love it.
a huge hit, huge success. A lot of fun already over here at the house. We keep moving it to scare each other. It's great because it's life sized. It is.
It's bigger than
it's
life
larger.
size.
You're right. It's larger than life.
There's no way that Sophia from the Golden Girls is that tall.
It's true. It's true.
It goes in your front window. That was my favorite. You place it in the front window of your house so that your whole neighborhood can see it.
I mean, listen, I'm very proud of this thing. So
Yeah.
I am so excited. I hope you realize I'm serious when I say this is the best thing anyone's ever given me.
I'm so
Wow,
glad.
you nailed it, Tara.
Wow.
And you got me a Bigfoot ornament, which is fucking great, and a pair of awesome dice, some really nice D&D dice. Like, we don't do like Leah and I don't give each other presents because there's always stuff at the house that we need. I know. Wendy just did a double take, so I don't get a lot of presents. So it's like, whatever. But like, this was great. Like, this is if that's all the stuff I get this year, I have won Christmas. So thank you, Tara, very
You're
much.
welcome. Are you saying I did something better than your wife?
Yeah, Leah, who I'm married to.
Yes, your wife. Yeah, we all
Yes.
know. All right.
We're gonna
Good.
give this round to you, Tara. We're
Are
giving
you
this round
saying
to you.
something this year was better than just like being married in general? Something that you brag about all year round?
I mean, it's a tie. Can we call it a tie?
All right, I'll take that.
All right, great. Well, thank you again. And everyone had a lovely time. Everyone just won't shut up about what a great time they had. So yeah,
They just won't shut up about it.
as always, you are the hostess with the mostest. So yes, thank you again for hosting our company Christmas party.
Well, good. Very nice.
Uh,
All right. Where were we?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm done with the days. I mean, I did the holidays. We're good. We can move on. We can move on.
Oh, hey, listen, real quick. We are going to be doing a very special bonus episode, also coming out this week as a mail sack. So we're having a bonus mail sack episode this week. No mail in this episode because our sack is mighty and full. So stay tuned for that.
Well, let's move on then to Warrior Nun being canceled. Let's just jump right in. I
will say this. When I saw the news break, I audibly said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, I've just introduced to this great show. We just had Christina on. It's like, things are great. Things are good. And then the news hits, and the first thing, after I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" it was like, oh no, poor Tara.
Yeah, let me just do like a where were you moment. I was at Walmart. I was there, and I was
already a sad place.
It was a sad place. It was a sad place. I was there. I was looking.
Oh, no.
What was I trying to get? I was getting stuff for like the party because I was like, I got to get like plates, like the basics, like in mass. And you're like, all right, I'm gonna. And I was in Burbank, and I was there because the Walmart's next to the Target. You got to make things as easy as possible. I was like, all right. So I'm walking out, and I'm already in a sad place, right? I'm like, fuck, this fucking sucks. And I get a text. I'm so sorry, Suze. I'm so sorry. I love you.
Oh, no.
I got a text on WhatsApp from Suze. And she was like, I don't know I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's something along the lines of, "I'm so sorry. Have you heard the news? It got canceled. What the fuck? That sucks." Something like that. And I was like, and I think I was on the phone with you, Wendy. I was on the phone with Wendy.
Oh, no.
Walking out, and I saw the text come in. And it was something like, "Have you heard the news?" And I was like, oh no. And I was on the phone I was like, fuck. I was like, did Warrior Nun get canceled? Because I thought, well, what else could it be? What else could be so bad that Suze in England would text me on WhatsApp to tell me how horrible it was that something got canceled. So I was like, hold on. And I just was like, and I looked on Twitter immediately, Warrior Nun canceled. And I was like, I gotta go, Wendy. I gotta go. So I got on Twitter and I was looking, and I was so upset. I couldn't text Suze back right away. I was just like, I was just so upset. I was already upset about Walmart.
Did you leave Walmart? I would have
left
left.
Walmart. I did. I literally left Walmart, and I was like,
good.
I still had to go to Target, and I was already upset about that. I went into Target. I was like beside myself. I didn't get anything at Target. I was like too upset. I was like,
oh no.
And I had so much shopping to do. I've been planning this freaking party. I had so many things I needed to get. I was like a mindless, like, husk walking around Target.
Oh no.
It was a husk.
So
I was like, and so, I was. Before I walked into Target, I was in my truck, and I was just looking on Twitter. So this is the point at which, at the top of my screen on Twitter, this purple thing showed up that said, Kay is at Sangria Falls is speaking. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Where? How?
On what? What does that mean? And then it like, it changed at the top. There's kind of like a banner, and it was like, and it said at hashtag Netflix hates gays. That was at the top. That was the title. And I was like, what is that? Netflix hates gays. And I was on the She Nerds Out podcast Twitter. And I was like, what? And I just tapped it. And then it was like, you're on a Twitter space. And I was like, what the fuck is Twitter Spaces? It's like, where am I? And it was like, start listening. And then it said like 200 people in there. And I was like, where am I? Who are these people?
What is happening?
And I was like, okay, start listening. And then I heard voices. And they were like, fuck Netflix, Warrior Nun. What? And I was like, whoa, these people are feeling my pain. And I was just started listening. And I realized that this Twitter Spaces thing is a thing that I guess exists that I didn't know existed. And so I heard Kay that I talked about earlier, and then Josie and Ari and this group of people that I guess they had these Twitter Spaces thing that happens. And I guess usually it's just like their group of like a very like much smaller group usually that just are chatting about Warrior Nun.
Sure.
But because this event had happened that day at that time, kind of blew up. It became a much bigger group because people just wanted to feel some support and wanted to be in a community. And it just everybody kind of saw the same thing. This banner that kind of popped up when you're going on Twitter to see what the heck is happening. And yeah, so you kind of join in, and they're just talking. And then I was like, oh, what's this little microphone thing down here?
Oh,
you can, what do you mean request? Just request to talk. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. And then, so I was like, I had that on when I went into Target. So I had it on speaker. And I was just, I was listening at that point. So I was just listening. And like, that's why I was just so, and honestly, it made me feel so much better just to have, I just felt like part of something, and just, it was so nice just to kind of have a group of people around, you know?
Always.
And so I was just listening to people just venting and just saying, you know, why is this happening? What happened? What are we going to do about it? You know, it was immediately kind of like, what are we going to do? And we're trying to organize something. And so once I was done in Target, I went out to my truck. I sat in my truck in the Target parking lot, listening to this Twitter Spaces thing. And at that point, that's the point I was like, oh, okay, I'll press the microphone to see what happens. And then I was in. Okay. So then I sat in the Target parking lot for a little bit. And then I was talking on there for a little bit.
Did people say, "Oh, she nerds out"? Like they
like,
recognize the logo.
Yeah, they recognized, and because our KTY interview had posted like the week before. So yeah, so I just chatted for a little bit, and I've been a fan of Warrior Nun since it came out in 2020. I was just devastated, just like everybody else, and this space was so helpful to me and just everybody. So as I was sitting there, like, I think I went on when it was about 200-ish people. And just as like every half hour that you're in there, just like 50 to 100 more people would show up.
Right.
More and more people would show up. So then I probably sat in my car in that Target parking lot for like an hour. And I was like, I gotta drive home. And I was like, I just gotta go home. So then I just put it on speaker, and I said, okay, I'm going to step off this speaking thing so someone else can go, because you can only have so many speakers in the Spaces thing. And then so I went off speaking. I just was a listener, and I drove home. And as I was driving home, I remember I saw this ad, a billboard on Victory Boulevard for the Stranger Things experience, the Netflix Boulevard of Netflix billboard for the Stranger Things experience. And I was like, fuck you, Netflix. You can't even put one ad up for Warrior Nun to advertise, but you can you have a whole experience. You can just go here. We live here in LA, and you can just go do the Stranger Things experience, you know? So yeah. And I was like, you can't put one fucking billboard up for season 2 of Warrior Nun. But I'm here like going through Van Nuys, California, and they have a billboard up on Victory Boulevard. Like not even a nice part of Los Angeles.
Hey,
Stranger Stranger
There's
Things
some nice
experience.
parts of Van
okay?
Nuys.
Like,
All of our
and I was like,
all of our
fucking
Van Nuys
throw
listeners are not
salt
happy
on
to
the
hear that.
wounds. Like I'm driving through, like I'm mourning. I'm listening to the Twitter space for Warrior Nun. So I get home. I go back on as a speaker. I'm sitting on my couch at this point. I have poured a large glass of wine. I have tweeted on the space about my mood being this enormous glass of wine
Right.
filled to the brim. And then we're just shooting the shit like in this Twitter space. And at this point, there's like 800 people in there.
Yeah.
Just
crazy.
fans, just like whatever, just venting and being sad together. And then someone was like, says, "Oh, I think I saw Christina. I think I saw her like pop in, like listening. I think I saw it." Like someone had a screen grab, and then it kind of word was spreading, right? And then she was gone. And it was like, "Oh yeah, she popped in." And then someone said something like, "Oh well, she can't come in a place where it says like Netflix hates gays or something." So they changed the name of it to like
Smart.
Warrior Nun. Like I forget what they changed it to, but it was like a safe space or Warrior Nun safe
Right.
space or something. um, so, but she didn't come back right away. We just kind of like hanging out for a little while longer. And then Cheska came on and Nor Dominic came in, and there were
Amazing.
like a couple like reporters that came in, and just some and then like someone posted a thing of like HBO executive. There were just some like it got some traction, and then all of a sudden there was over 1,000 people in there, and like maybe like 1,500
Amazing.
just people in there. It just kept growing. It was just this amazing thing. And yeah, so and Nora, we're just chatting, and Cheska and Brittany, also from Buzzfeed, and yeah, just everyone was just chatting, having a good time, and then we're Kay and I think Ari were just kind of like, "Hey, Cheska, maybe like reach out to Christina and let her know we changed the name. Maybe she wants to come back in. I don't know." So they did, and all of a sudden, Christina pops back in, and she just and then the influx of people really blew up.
That's when I joined.
Yeah, and
I
then
happened to come in and I saw the banner. I was like, oh, that, and it said She Nerds Out. I saw our logo and some other people that we follow, like Nora. I'm like, oh, what is happening?
Because
So
I think because once enough people get in, because then it tells you like who's listening, who's speaking,
Exactly.
like on the banner of the
Yeah.
Twitter Spaces. And once Christina joined and stayed, at one point there was, I think, over at least 5,000 or 6,000 people
That's
in this Twitter space. That
amazing.
started at like, a few people, and when I joined, there was like 200 people just hanging out in there, just being sad together,
Right.
just
Yeah.
drinking, getting drunk, we're just
Right.
getting drunk, and so just people hanging out, just fans. And then Christina's in there. She hangs out for like an hour, just shooting the shit. Like
Yeah.
it's not an interview. It's not an interview. No one was prepared for this. Like you think the three of us, we had like a week and a half to prepare for our interview, our
Yes.
formal interview with Christina.
Yeah.
And we had questions prepared. We had time to think about it. We had time to watch other interviews and think about what we wanted to ask, what we wanted to be different, and what we wanted, how we wanted to structure it. Okay, Christina just showed up. Because we're fans, I was like, "Oh shit, Christina's here!" I was like, "Oh no, what are we gonna ask like, that I haven't already asked?"
Yeah.
She's just hanging out, like she just wanted to be there with people. She was so great, and it, and so and Kay and Ari and Josie and the group just handled it really well, and it was very respectful and really fun
And casual.
and casual. And I think
it was just a conversation. It was really good. It was
and
nice.
exactly what people just really needed in that moment. And I think it was just really important and meaningful for people. And I think I don't think anyone understands how hard it is to be put on the spot like that. Like And it's so great to have someone like Christina that is advocating so much for this fandom and for the show. Um, to come into that space. I mean, can you imagine to come into this space where you don't know what you're going to be asked, and or what's going to happen, and just how the amount of respect that she was treated with, and how you don't know how differently that could have gone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Could have gone really badly.
and so I think it just went wonderfully. I'm just, it was just such a great experience to be part of. So, and then since then, there's been like almost pretty much every day, Kay has hosted a Twitter Spaces event. Well, I call it an event now. It's just them hanging out, which has snowballed into these events.
Yeah.
Toya Turner has joined, William Miller. And now, they're again just these casual chats that have turned into something bigger, and just something really to be proud of. So I think I think that's something really neat that's come out of, this horrible news. But I think it's something that's really kept the momentum going for the Save Warrior Nun campaign. So, so that's how my day went when I heard the news. But that's something that's really exciting that happened, that has kept my spirits up. So I thank them for that, because I feel like at any time I can go on this Twitter Spaces that I didn't know existed until that moment. And now I feel like at any time, pretty much at any hours of the night, I can go on. And if I need some comfort, I can just turn it on, and know that they're there, or someone will be there. Or they, I think there's like a drunk rewatch, Warrior Nun rewatch coming up, or something like that.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's really important. And now we're starting kind of the Save Warrior Nun campaign
Right.
push. And there's the petition, which is really important to sign the petition. And earlier on Twitter Spaces, Ari was talking about how it's so important to have this organic fan involvement, and how important the petition is. So just to keep, just getting that out there to people, to a broader audience, to encourage everyone to sign it. I think right now it's almost at 80,000 signatures.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's on change.org. We have it on our Twitter. You can find it there, or just go to change.org, search Warrior Nun petition. It's the first one, thing that pops up. Sign it, get your friends and family to sign it, steal their emails and put it in, whatever, do that. Any tweet that you're posting, even if it's like a KTY thirst tweet, just make sure you're also adding the hashtag Save Warrior Nun.
Okay.
Good. Make sure you're checking the spelling on your hashtag. Now, it's not like the fact that people are just like terrible spellers. I think the thing is, somewhere along the way, the Twitter, like, it's like it started doing an auto thing where it would it did Warrior Nun instead of Warrior Nun.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. So just make sure it's not auto filling that in.
That's a good tip. I feel like that happened to me a lot with Winona Earp when we were doing that.
Yes.
So, yeah, very smart.
Because people get really fast, and then like it happens with a few people, and then it'll start automatically doing it.
It's like, you must mean this word.
Because Simon Barry, it's been happening. He's a showrunner, so it's been happening with him. So it's like it's just you just got to double check it. You just got to make sure. Just take a second before you hit that reply button. Always a good tip before you do anything. Before you send it, just take a second, think about it.
That's a good general life tip.
Yeah, just think about it. Just think about it. Do I really want to send this?
Yeah.
Is it spelled right? Let's just think about it. Yeah. So, on all your flip-flop tweets, on the flip-flop debate tweets, just make sure you're hashtagging Save Warrior Nun.
Yes.
Make sure you sign the petition. All of that. because we
Okay.
want to, and tagging, Prime Video, Hulu, Paramount Plus, say HBO Max, yes, but
Amazon.
Amazon Prime. Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, and you've been doing a great job, Tara. You were one of the speakers for the William Miller spaces this past weekend. You did a great job with that. And shout out to everybody in there. You guys are doing a great job. And it sounds like it's, like you said, Tara, it's a place for people to go and just talk and be together. And that's such a big, listen, the community, we've seen how communities form from fandoms. And, no matter what, this community will continue to go. And everyone keeps saying, like, KTY she has fans for life. So, like, this kind of thing doesn't just go away, but it's important. Do what you can. Do everything that Tara told you to do. Just do it. She asked nicely. Just do it.
Yeah. We've got Cheska on here in just a second, and we're going to talk more about this because, she has been giving us so much content, and let's use this momentum. Use it in all of your tweets. We've got, Flip Flop was freaking trending today. I went on at lunch at work today and I was like, they flip flop trending. What the fuck? And I was like, oh, okay. All right. I see now. Yeah. One of my favorite Twitter accounts right now is, I think it's Incorrect Warrior Nun.
That's fun.
Yeah. And I felt, so they're one of my favorites. But I felt compelled to like do a little something similar and kind of just tweet out what I thought like Camilla would say about they flip flop in like a conversation with Mary.
That's fun.
About Mary wondering like who would be the top. And then Camilla saying like, well, they flip flop, So, but I felt like that would be totally something Incorrect Warrior Nun would say too.
Amazing.
But I love that Twitter account. If you're not following it, you definitely should, because that's been fueling me. Like when I go on and I just need a little pick me up, I just go there and I'm just like, oh, it's hilarious. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, we're going to talk to Cheska here in a second and get some more fuel to our fire to save Warrior Nun. Today, we have the pleasure of talking with Cheska Bacaltos, social strategist at Buzzfeed. You know her, you love her because she has given us so much content of Christina Tonteri Young to feed us through this very difficult time. So please welcome Cheska to our show. Thank you, Cheska, for being here today.
Hi, yeah, it's a pleasure. Nice to be here.
So Cheska, please just walk us through what you're feeling right now with everything that's been going on.
What, to be completely honest, like when I found out that the show was canceled, because I've been a fan of the show since 2020. Saw the trailer and I was like, dope, looks cool. Grew up Catholic, still kind of Catholic, but this is like without the guilt. You know what I mean? Like it's Catholic aesthetics without the guilt, and it looks fun. And then was not expecting a queer romance, and then there was, and I was like, dope, even doper. And I was really hoping for the show to get renewed, obviously, like everybody else. I thought I didn't think that it was a niche show. I think when I hear people talking about it, they're like, oh, it's a niche show with like a niche audience, like like it's a sapphic romance, but it's not. It just happens to have a sapphic couple at the forefront. I think it's like just a fantastic fantasy sci-fi series. So I did think that we had a chance to get renewed. So when I heard or saw that post by Simon Barry, like I think my heart sank, and I was in the middle of editing a bunch of shorts. I was still waiting for the first cut from the editor, and so I think that was a rough day. And then the spaces happened, which was fun. And then after I finished up a short, and I think I dropped it at like 7 p.m. I usually drop it like in the morning because it's not. We don't typically drop anything super late at night because our audience is usually in the United States, and at 7 p.m. in the evening West Coast time, that's what 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 PM. That's just not necessarily like great a social strategy, but I felt that at the moment it was needed, and the
Absolutely.
target audience was the fans. So
Mm.
yeah, I dropped it, but since then it's been really busy. I've just been like back to back trying to finish up the shorts, which are done. Like all the shorts that we plan to release have been released. The Thirst Tweets video has been released, and it's just now we're just basically now we're just publishing adaptations of it in different platforms, because it went up on YouTube first, and now we just dropped one on Twitter. And then I'm looking through the footage and being like, what is something that would be fun? Because I did tell, and I posted this on Apop's Twitter. I said, you guys are gonna get everything you want. Like no footage is gonna be left unseen. And I literally told my manager that. But obviously, like there is gonna be some footage that's gonna be unseen. Like you don't want us to like set up the shots and just like silence, but any interesting footage,
just breathing,
just breathing.
At this point, I don't know. I think it would still work.
Look,
I'm not gonna
desperate
publish
times, Jessica.
I'm not gonna publish just breathing, but anything like I think would be, because I'm in the fandom. Like I've watched this show since 2020. Like I know what people want to see, or I have a feeling what would make them go berserk on Twitter and what would create a huge reaction. And I think it's really helpful. It's not all the time that we can do that. Obviously, BuzzFeed covers so many different shows and TV shows and films. We can't be fans of everything, but this one I'm actually like legitimately a fan of. So I have a feeling. Basically, I have like a good intuition on what makes the fans tick, and it's been really helpful. But yeah, so basically, rough that first day, but now it's just kind of been like back to back and just like let's and hopeful. I think, I don't know. You know what? I don't know if it's gonna get picked up, but I am like hopeful of, if not the future of the show, then the Christina's future and Alba's future. Like I just really want them to have success and a really good career. So I'm actually really hopeful for their career. Yeah.
Well, I know, and on one hand, it does seem frustrating, because you were promoting the interview before the cancellation, and it was very exciting, and so it's very disappointing that then that news came out. So on one hand, very disappointing, but on the other hand, like you said, I think in some ways it's kind of the best case scenario for this, because it is providing a lot of hope and so much content that is driving this force of just keeping this hope alive. And like today, I mean, it just they flip flop is trending. These videos now are just, I don't think that, I mean, maybe that would have come out earlier and wouldn't be helping to really just keep this at the forefront as much as it is now. How important that is just to keep the hope alive, and keep just people thinking about it and really just having something to hold on to. I think is just really important. So but I know how disappointing that was. And I know I was on that Twitter Spaces with you too at that moment that day that it happened. It was just like, and I think you said something like, "Oh, I understand if you guys don't want to, you can't watch it the day that it drops." And I was like, "Oh man, that sucks." So,
Yeah, I was because I did see somebody like tweet that I don't know if I can watch it if she keeps talking about season 3. And so that was something that I was, at first when I talked to the editor, I said, for the first cut, just edit it as you would and pretend nothing got canceled, and then there were mentions of like, oh, that would be fun to act in season 3, which is actually like I ended up releasing the footage of her saying that, but I ended up cutting some stuff that, like, not a lot, nothing really like significant, but just like that initially I had cut her saying that would be fun to act in season 3. We got that one got cut. So things like that. But I ended up releasing it anyway. So that's out there. But yeah, it's I am happy that I've seen things get canceled before, and then people trying to fight to revive it. It doesn't always, it doesn't always work. This is such a niche show, but I was so sad when Selfie got canceled. I don't know if you guys remember that. It's a John show with the girl that plays Amelia Pond. It's just it's basically based off of like My Fair Lady, but the title is called Selfie, and so I think a lot of people thought it was pretty shallow. But I was really happy for John Cho because not a lot of Asian romantic male leads at the time. And I remember there was like some like petitions of, let's try to get Selfie moved, etc. But with not a lot of content, and we're just like, you're really down. And so the momentum, I feel like there's like this heaviness with the momentum.
Yeah.
And so I am really happy. And I've noticed that having these clips out of Christina in 1080p with like good lighting is really like lifting up people's spirits. So I'm very happy that I can kind of help in that, in that way.
Absolutely.
Just the conduit, I guess.
Yeah, and that fact you got her to come into the studio. I mean, we interviewed her on Zoom, and then her cat shut down the whole production. I mean, like the quality that you got.
I saw that.
Was amazing. Like,
I did watch that. Funnily enough, we were planning on just doing Zoom, but she was on a road trip. And the way that, I mean, anybody who's seen like Thirst Tweets or Puppy interviews know that it's not like a podcast. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
There's kind of a game that happens. You like take a quiz or you read Thirst Tweets. It's not really like as in-depth as a longer interview.
Right.
And so we were trying to do that, and then but she was traveling, the Wi-Fi was like sucky, and then the quality probably would just not be great. But it just turned out that she was going to come to California. And I think even then we were still planning on doing a Zoom interview, but I had talked to, so I work for BuzzFeed Celeb and A-Pop. Celeb obviously is such a much bigger channel. It's just like this legacy channel for BuzzFeed, but A-Pop, which highlights Asian Americans or Asian voices, is such a new channel, and we're down to experiment, and there's just less red tape. You know what I mean? Like for Celeb, it's just like we have to work with reps and all that stuff.
Right.
So, and I have a little bit more pull because it's such a smaller channel. And I'd asked our executive producer, like, hey, I'd have this interview with an actress on a Netflix show. We're gonna do Zoom, but she's gonna be close to LA. Can she just come in and I'll just grab a studio if a studio is free? And he's like, sure, just basically like it was gonna be a zero budget shoot. But then we ended up scraping by. Like there was some budget left to get an editor, which was fantastic. I feel like the editor did such a good job with the Thirst Suites. I know how to edit, but it's not my full-time job. It was such a fun edit. But I haven't edited in a while. It's not my full-time job. I have like a full-time job. I'm not really a producer. I'm not a video producer. I know how to do it, but I'm not a video producer. Right. So this is kind of like just on top of my work. And it's more like I'm just really passionate about the show. I love the show, and I love the hope that it brings to people. And so I don't mind adding that on top of my workload, but at the same time, it's been paying dividends with like engagement, and it's really growing the channel. And at least I have something to show my manager. With corporate jobs, it still has to be like there are passion projects, and sometimes it doesn't. You don't reap like the benefits that you want for a business side, but you do it anyway because you know that it's something good. You're doing something good. You're doing something impactful. You do it once, and you're like, okay, I got to catch up with a different project. But with this, it was the best of both worlds for me. I truly think it was like something impactful. It was to highlight an up and coming actress who's super, super talented and just like a good person. Right. And we want her career to flourish. And she's also carrying this like small army of like passionate fans that is helping us and are super engaged. So I'm rambling, but say that it ended up working out. It ended up working out for
And it was so much fun. I mean, do you guys, is that a normal thing, like the thirst tweets? And I mean, how many hours did you guys spend scouring? I mean, honestly, I mean, I go through them all. They're not hard to find. They're all over. There's probably one of mine floating out there too, but
It doesn't, honestly, I feel like, because I'm not usually a producer of thirst tweets. I feel like the producers or our editorial team, they're much faster with it. Like Nora is probably much faster. She's done that before. Like she's searched for thirst tweets before. It probably took me a little bit, but I feel like it took me longer than usual only because I am such a fan of the show and I had a good feeling what tweets one would make her laugh and would be her humor. I mean, like, I just met this lady. Like, I just met Christina. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the same thing. Like, I just met this lady. I don't know who she is. But based off of her past Twitter activity that I've seen, I had like a good feeling what would make her laugh. And so I definitely picked tweets that would make her laugh. And I did like mild, medium, spicy, like wholesome, like super wholesome ones. Like, why is she so pretty?
Right.
Medium that it's like a little bit like violent, and then the really spicy ones are just like the eat me out ones, like Lego burger and whatever. But I also wanted to pick tweets that I feel like I could ask a follow-up question. So the multilingual eat me out tweet, that was the thirsty part, and then the second part was like, falling for a straight girl, and I was like, you know what, like, did Beatrice think that Ava was straight the entire time? You know, like, and I the question I'd asked, that was obviously like cut off because of like pacing purposes. The question that I asked after was like, do you think Beatrice thought Ava was straight the entire time, or when did she have this realization that Ava was not straight after all? And that was her answer. So I in the video, that was her exact answer. So it took me a lot longer than usual, just because I just knew what the fans wanted. And so I was like, I wanted the tweets to not just be tweets, but opportunities for extra information.
Right.
Did you give Christina a heads up? Like, oh, you're going to be coming in and reading thirsty tweets. Like, did she know? Yes. Okay. So she kind of knew what was coming.
Yes, she knew. So I'd pitched her when we were going to do a Zoom interview. I'd pitched her different things, like, we can read a few thirst tweets, we could do like rapid fire, basically the shorts that we did. We'll do rapid fire questions, we'll have you answer whatever, this and that. But again, like, technical issues, it was just like too much, and also very stressful with her traveling, so we postponed. And then I followed up with her again. It was like, hey, turns out I have approval for you to film, just like come on in and we'll do the whole shebang. And then I asked her again, are you down to do thirst tweets? If not, it's okay, we could just do like thirst and like reactions, like unhinged fan reactions. I was gonna rephrase it that way. We're just gonna do like unhinged fans reactions. But she was such a trooper. She was like, yeah, I'm down for anything, whatever, whatever you want to throw at me. And so I was like, oh, okay. when she said I can take it, basically was what she said in the email. And so I was like, oh,
right, here we go.
Let's find out.
Let me look for some. Let me look for some really dirty ones.
Did you do like a keyword search? Like, were you?
Yeah.
Like, what keywords did you use, Cheska? Come on.
So there is a document in the celebrity.
Can you share that with us?
We have a document. I don't know if I can share it, but I'll just like, there are key phrases, key terms, and key phrases that we use. So things like, I would let, and then the person's name. You know what I mean? I would let, I could, me, they could, me. So the, and then the, there's the fill in the blanks. And bussy is obviously there.
Sure, yeah.
But we have certain phrases like that, and the wholesome ones are like so pretty, or their jawline, or my soul.
This is amazing.
The name. But the triple X ones there's a lot. Like, it's things like wet, cream, legs, butt, bussy, daddy, zaddy, snack with a double C, snack with a CK.
Oh yeah. Typos.
Threesome,
one-handed
fantasy,
Right.
basically all of those.
Yeah. You're gonna have to.
I had
good
to look,
ones.
and the thing with Christina is like there's gonna be third suites of her character.
Mhm.
The reason why we do some celebs just third suites of their name, not their character. But if it's like somebody that's like the guy that played Vecna, right? Like Jamie Bauer, he's been in the industry for a while, but like he's known for Vecna. And there were a lot of Vecna thirst tweets. For Christina, she's a newcomer, so there's going to be some Christina thirst tweets. There's a lot now. I feel like the thirst tweets
Mhm.
it like opened the floodgates, and there's a
Yeah.
lot more now than when I was initially searching.
Mm.
But there's definitely a lot of Sister Beatrice ones. So with hers, I had to like mix up, and then she also has like the acronym like of her name, like KTY. So I had to be like
KTY.
KTY Bussy, Christina Santorian Bussy, Beatrice Bussy. Okay, next search
Yeah.
term, KTY, like cream or whatever, like legs,
Daddy Beatrice, top
hands,
Beatrice.
yeah,
Oh boy.
top me, bottom me, or like on face. Like there's a lot. I will say that when I was initially searching, people were a lot more respectful. Like there weren't a lot of like the really crazy ones. But I feel like they might have also been hidden because a lot of people just post a picture of Sister Beatrice and it's like creaming my pants. There's no way for me to find it unless
Right,
I already
right.
follow them or I follow somebody who follows them and it gets surfaced in my algorithm. But a lot of things are getting surfaced in my algorithm now, a lot more than before.
Right.
I like how you can
Twitter
search.
knows me.
You can search for things at work that most of us can't.
Right.
I start typing in these things at work, and I'm hearing from HR pretty quick. But you're like, "Good job! That's gonna be a
It
great
is
interview.
Well
Keep it
done,
up."
Cheska. Yeah.
It is ridiculous. Yeah. We try. We try to have fun. Obviously, it's a lot of, the day-to-day that's like a little not boring, but like necessary, but it's just like monotonous.
Yeah.
But things like this happen sometimes and it's really fun. And I'm, really happy. It's not all the time, I would say. It's not all the time that I get to like pimp a show that I'm really passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really fun.
Wow.
How does that change like whenever you're covering a show or a character or any sort of thing like that? How does it change when it's a show you're like really, really passionate about as opposed to one that you like, or maybe you're asked to cover, but it's like a show like this that you're completely engaged in? Does it make any sort of difference?
I think the audience knows in social media. I think they can tell.
Mm.
They can tell if somebody's like sincere. I like the staff at BuzzFeed were fans of multiple shows, but I will just give an example for, let's say, like when we did interviews for a K-pop boy group, and then we were promoting it on Twitter beforehand, and people can tell. And then once the interview came out, the questions that were being asked, they can tell that. I saw comments and TikTok comments that were like, somebody is a stay. It was Stray Kids fandom, and the fan names are stays, and so they were like, somebody's a stay at BuzzFeed. Like I know they're a stay, and so people can tell. People can tell that somebody, that the person behind the brand account is a fan.
Yeah.
And they can just tell.
Yeah. And I think the Warrior Nun fans with you can definitely tell. And I know being in some of those Twitter spaces, they're saying things like, you have fan for life, and anything that you do, we're going to be there and support you. And what has that meant to you? And just hearing things like that, because I even honestly, we didn't have much time before to prep before we knew you were coming on today, but I was like, I need to search for some Cheska thirst tweets, because I know they're out there. I know they're out there because like they're just so thankful to you, because they know like you're working your ass off and how much you love this show and care about this fandom. So what does that mean to you?
It's nice. It does feel really nice. I'm a social media strategist, but I was also like a creator and a writer. It was like I went through the struggling artist, like the struggling artist phase, and I was like, oh, this would have been really, really nice when I did this project that was like zero budget, and I filmed it at my house, and and I had my in-laws like cook food for Crafty, so that and I think I'm just really blessed to work at a company that so far has allowed me to just be like, fuck it, be creative in that way. So yeah, it does feel really, really nice. But sometimes I'm just like, how did I can't believe people, like, so many, I've had such an influx of followers. I can't believe I'm getting that by being a social media strategist instead of, before when I was a struggling writer, I was writing and that was like, it was just different. So
Yeah.
I didn't imagine like somebody who works as a social media strategist would get fans. It's very strange. It's strange saying fans, but people use that term, and I'm just like, that is very weird.
But no, but it's true. I mean, I think it's very authentic and genuine.
I think I'm their mascot. That's what I've told my bosses. Just like, I think I've become a mascot for these fans, and they're living vicariously through me. I'm like the conduit of their fantasies. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I'm their avatar.
Yeah.
And so when they see me like freaking out, I'm much cooler in person, by the way. Like, didn't gay panic that much. Like, I was obviously nervous because it's an actress of a show that I really, really like. But once I was like, action, I was actually very professional. I don't know if people will believe me. They're gonna clip this soundbite and they're gonna be like, "You liar!" But
was it
very professional?
Was it in the Twitter space? It must have been in the Twitter space that I heard this, when you're telling the story about how when you're interviewing Christina and you were sitting,
Okay,
close,
that was the
and then
only time that I panicked.
The director was like, "Sit closer," and you had to get closer to your knees were touching.
I tried not to have our knees touch. That was the only time I was like, what the WTF? Why are you making me sit really close to this person? Yeah, but also because it's like, I don't really know this person. Like, it's like very like personal space, like, this is an interview. We're not actors trying to film like a friendship scene or whatever. Like,
like,
yeah, like, we're not an acting class.
Like, I know Kat, and if I had to sit that close to Kat, like, that would be uncomfortable for me. So I can only imagine, like, you don't know that person.
Yeah, I don't know that
Christina,
person.
and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, like, I think at the moment it was just like, this is really, really close. Like, I barely know this person,
How close are we talking? Like, were you just like inches away, like face to face?
No, not that close.
Okay,
super close. But basically, like, our chairs were like, so this is my chair, this is her chair. So it was like, the initial plan was this, like, kind of like angle towards each other as if you're talking like in a restaurant or something.
Sure.
But they were like, because it's for vertical framing, like for a short, you had to be closer together because we would have to cut it that way. And so it was kind of like parallel, like this. Like,
got it.
Our chairs were like this. And so they wanted us like really close. My knees were here, her knees were here, and then
interesting.
The camera guy, interesting. The camera people were like, "Sit closer." I was like, "What? What do you mean closer? Just closer." And then they were like, "We don't see your knees in the frame. Your knees can touch." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna touch knees."
No, we cannot.
So that's why. Yeah, it looks like my legs were like
intertwined,
practically scissoring.
You're saying that you scissored with
no, I was not. No, but it looks like I was like, somebody said I was woman spreading. I was not. My legs were I was cross-legged. My legs were crossed, but it was just like like your legs were just like this. Like, this is what it looks like. And so, but it was like that. So it looks like it was spread, but actually, like, my legs were like this.
That looks
it's
really
like
uncomfortable.
My legs were practically on on the chair, but like kind of like cross, like I don't know, like that. I was like this.
Yeah.
I think the camera department was messing with you.
Yeah. Getting closer.
But it was fine. But it was, she was cool.
Yeah.
She was cool. But yeah, that was the only time I was just like, this is too damn close. This is too much for me. But again, once the cameras were rolling, it was fine. I think people asked me. There were a few people that asked me like, "How did it feel meeting her?" And reading the thirst tweets and her reacting that way. But honestly, when you guys, film podcasts, and you probably had guests that you were a fan of. Once something is rolling and you're recording, you kind of turn off that part of your brain, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah.
And you're only really focused on the quality of whatever assets you're recording. And so I don't remember like reacting much to how she reacted to the thirst
Mhm.
tweets. But when I did see the first cut, I was like, damn, this is a good cut. I was like, this is a good cut. And
Yeah.
I was really happy with how it turned out.
So you
Yeah.
knew people were going to freak out, right? Like you knew you had gold when you watched that
Oh,
first
yeah,
edit. Yeah. Nice
When I
job.
saw the first edit, I was like, oh yeah. And I think on the second rewatch, second or third, that's when I noticed. Because the first rewatch, I was just focused on like, did they use all the tweets? Like, is there any tweets that I'm missing?
Mm.
How is it? Like the volume, all that stuff. And the second or third rewatch is when I was enjoying it as like, okay, this is funny.
Right.
That's when I noticed the keep begging on the third rewatch. I noticed it on the third rewatch and I was like, hold on a second. And then I rewinded. I was like,
Yeah.
did you say this? I remember this in the moment filming it, but I don't remember reacting to it.
Huh.
I was just really
Yeah.
focused on it.
Amazing.
That's true with editing. Like you don't get a chance to enjoy it till a little bit
Yeah.
later, and it hits you. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I tweeted it out on APOP. Like, Nora had the same reaction to that exact same time code, and my friend Lindsay, who does not even watch the show, has no idea what's happening. She's just like, I saw her in person, and she was like, "Your Twitter's popping off. I'm so proud of you." I have no idea what's going on. I just know it got canceled. I'm really sad, but
Aw.
and
Yeah.
but congratulations on the Twitter activity. I sent it. No, I did not send it to her, but she has access to it. Like she's in the same team, and we all kind of, some of us get access to like the final cuts for final review if we have notes. She was one of those people, and then she ended up watching it, and then she was like 21 seconds in. She was like, I have no idea what this show is, but 21 seconds in, this is really hot. And so that it was the keep begging section, and so
Nice.
we all knew that part was gonna get clipped
mean-
and cut and gift, and people are gonna watch it over and over again
And
on TikTok or something.
you've inspired hundreds, if not thousands, of fanfics. That will live on.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be there. And then the flip flop or flip flop comment.
Yeah.
I was not expecting her to say that they flip flop, to be
Flip.
completely honest.
Yeah. What's your opinion on that? With the top and bottom, or flip flop?
I think people generally like probably switch, but
No, it's flip
I guess
flop
it's
actually, Cheska.
yeah,
It's not
flip-flop.
switch.
Yeah.
It's not switch. It's
We've
flip
been
flop.
Those people end
we've
up-
been using the wrong word. This
No,
whole
yeah,
time.
I here's the thing. When you have like a long ass break between season 1 and season 2, and you've kind of created this character, you've basically like sat with this character in your head when you look at fan art or read fanfic, and you've sat with that character for longer than the span of season 1. And so I think we as fans have like created extra layers that may or may not be true to
Mhm.
what the actors and the writers and the director, um true to their characterization and their show bible and their notes or whatever, and how they're acting them out. So I think that's what that case is. I think we've sat with Beatrice and kind of like held on to her for 2 years, and we have a very specific idea of who she is and who we think she is. And Christina probably has a very specific idea of how she plays Beatrice.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think that
makes sense.
We've had more time to expand on her world. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit.
And so I think that's where disconnect between fandom and the actual fan
What are
material
your
comes from.
personal thoughts as a fan on top Beatrice or bottom Beatrice or flip flop Beatrice? Tread
God,
carefully here, Jessica. Or you can no comment.
Okay. I like alternate universes
Mhm.
when I'm reading fan fiction.
Me too.
In our alternate universes, Beatrice is at the top.
Okay.
Yeah. In
Mhm.
alternate universes, she's like, she is more like the. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, she's at the top. They
Okay.
probably like switch here and there, but like she's more at the top.
I
Oops,
agree.
hold on a second. Yeah, that's my
Is
mom.
that your mom? That's adorable.
Hey, you probably mine's been wandering around back in there too. So
She just walked in when I said top.
well, she probably thinks you're talking about a shirt.
That's the stuff of nightmares, Jessica. That's
Flip-flops
like
or
the mom
sandals.
walks in. Yeah, right. Flip-flops or sandals.
Fine.
Yep.
You can keep
Amazing.
this in the file cut. I feel like people will think it's funny.
Oh,
No,
we're going
absolutely. Absolutely.
See, like this is I know my shame and my embarrassment is what keeps the fans alive at this point. Every time I interact with Christina, and she follows me now, so it's like whatever I write, no matter how embarrassing, there's a chance she'll see it if it
Mhm.
hasn't already been like buried in her
Mm.
mentions or whatever.
Wow.
Mhm.
And so like I know if I
Jessica's
say something embarrassing and she sees it and she comments, people think it's funny and they're gonna comment on it. They're gonna retweet it with the hashtag Save Warrior None, and so that's another hashtag to the
Yeah.
exactly.
the
Putting in the
tally.
work.
So
Put in the work.
Jessica's mom just walked in on our top bottom Beatrice conversation. So there you go. Just more content for Save Warrior
Just
None.
more-
At
That's
least
what we want.
At least a couple retweets with that. So
Yeah.
you
I'm
can
also-
tweet it out.
Yes. And I'm also team top Beatrice. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm there. But
Yeah.
I think a flip flop every once in a while is good.
Yeah, it makes
it's
sense.
it's healthy.
That's healthy. Yeah. It's like a little flip flopping. But yeah. Well, thank you, Cheska, so much. We appreciate you being with us. And is there, what do you got coming up? What do you got? What are we going to see from you? I heard there's like a game show or something going on.
A game show? What game
Is it?
show?
Is there like a lesbian dating show or something happening on
Oh shoot. Yeah. So on APOP we have this thing called Date to Plate. It's basically we have it on BuzzFeed as well. We have it on APOP. It's basically when three people kind of try to win a date on this person, but that person will choose who their date is based on the food. So it's not
Oh.
specifically a lesbian dating show,
Oh, okay.
but it is it's more like a cultural show because you're
Oh.
cooking food from your culture
Oh, cool.
or from their
Oh,
culture.
that's cool.
Yeah, so if you're not Asian, you're probably gonna get cast for BuzzFeed Video, but because APOP is like an Asian identity channel,
Okay.
if you have like Asian roots or Asian background, like to cook or like to eat food and are single and live in New York, you should DM Chris Jereza on Instagram because he's the one producing it and doing the casting. CHRISJEREZA on Instagram. And so let's find you a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever you want. A girlfriend or a boyfriend, because you say what your like sexual orientation is and all that stuff. So we're down to do whatever. We'll find people the love of their lives.
Amazing.
Nice. Anything else you want to plug?
Yeah, so that's the one on APOP, and honestly, if we're not going to have Christina content forever. One of these days it will dry out. We do want to bring her back in for whenever she wants. I think the entire team like really likes her energy and just want her to thrive. So if there's a reason for her to come back, we'd love for her to come back. But if APOP that channel resonates with anyone in any way, please follow it on or subscribe to it on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We're all there. So just look up APOP official or BuzzFeed APOP. And yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. We so appreciate you being with us. And thank you so much for all this content that you keep feeding us. You know, we know it won't last forever, but it will last forever in our hearts. So that's what matters. And it will last forever on Twitter, really. And it's just, it's going to save Warrior Nun. It really will. So thank you.
I mean, let's be real. Like, people are gonna GIF it over and over again, just with different lighting, and like put it on TikToks with just different music and different like variations. So people can stretch it for a while. I mean, we survived on crumbs between 2020 and 2022. So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, you've given us a feast. So thank you.
No, thank you. Thanks for having me.
I mean, I don't know. I think, should we look for our own thirst tweets? Should we use those search terms that she gave us to look for our own about us?
I'm going to look up Daddy Snop. I want to look up. I'm going to look up.
Well,
it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah, Daddy Snop, Snop Daddy, Snop Flip Flop.
Mm-hmm. That list.
Yeah. Boy. Yeah. Well, so while we're looking for those tweets, why don't we listen to the SNOP Trivia competition live from the Pod Pub, hosted quite masterfully, and I'm a little concerned that she's trying to take my job. Liz in LA.
You gave you a run for your money. I was concerned for you, Kat, because I was like, damn, Liz. Where is this coming from?
She came to play. She came in hard.
Cool.
So why don't we listen to that right now? Hello and welcome to the SNOP Pod Pub. We're back in the pub. Tara, thanks for inviting us over.
Wait, I did not invite you guys over. You guys just showed up. Now that we have your address.
So anyways, thanks for inviting us over. And Liz in LA has created a SNOP trivia game that we're going to play.
Yes, that's
Liz,
right.
Tell us all about it.
Thank you so much, Kat, for that gorgeous introduction. So everyone at home, here's the scoop. This is a little retrospective of the Snoppers' 3 years. By the way, I'm going to refer to Wendy, Tara, and Kat as the Snoppers throughout this trivia quiz. So what we've got everyone going on here is the Snoppers versus the Snoppies. Those are the two trivia teams. That's right. And that's exactly right. It is that exciting. And so what's going to happen for you folks at home, what we've already gone over and everyone's going to stick to, is it's multiple choice. And rather than ringing in when you hear the correct answer, everyone's going to let me say all four choices so that the folks at home get a chance to play along. I'll say the question, then I'll say all four choices, then I will say, go. That is your signal to buzz in. Okay. Does that make sense? Thank you, Anne. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you.
Wendy, you're going to be buzzing for us.
Okay.
Okay.
We got some different sounds going on here.
And
Sister Cat. Yes.
Snop knots. Snoppies. What are you guys? Who's playing on the Snop knot team?
We are.
Can you introduce yourself?
It's me. It's Anne.
Jesus, you're loud.
It'll be Noilani.
Rachel.
No.
Alex.
Well, it's a strong team. But how could you possibly beat us? Because we listen to every episode, right, guys?
Yeah, we're literally on the show. So
it's going to be great. Wendy, how you feeling?
I'm great.
All right.
What?
Keep going?
Ready?
Yeah.
Liz,
Somebody check Wendy's pulse.
do
Is she
this.
alive?
Liz, this is all yours.
All
Take us
right.
away. Here we go.
Everyone, we've got 21 multiple choice questions for this inaugural SNOP Trivia Extravaganza.
I like
Why is
it.
this microphone sticky?
We're going back to the beginning, everybody. Question 1. In April 2019's She Nerds Out podcast, episode 1, entitled Getting to Know Us and Xena Talk, each of the Snoppers tell us the 3 TV shows most impactful to their lives. Name Wendy's.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Wendy, you did it wrong from the get-go.
There's multiple choice.
Please do the multiple choice.
We're doing, for the folks at home, we will reset and we'll go through all 4 choices, okay? And then I shall say go, and then someone will ring in. So, what we're doing,
we're gonna wait
everybody,
for the
no
go.
worries, yeah. We are gonna, chime in when I'm done with all 4 choices.
Great.
For Wendy's, the 3 TV shows that Wendy said in episode 1 of the She Nerds Out podcast were the 3 TV shows most impactful to her life. Was it A, Xena, Buffy, X-Files? B, Xena, X-Files, POI? C, X-Files, POI, Grey's Anatomy? Or D, POI, POI, POI? Go. We'll give it to you, Anne. We'll give it to you.
I waited for
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We got to go. We're going. We're going. Go for it, Snoppies.
I would say B, but then it could be D.
We're
Well-
gonna go with D.
Are you? Are you sure?
Is that our final answer?
I'm going
No,
B.
it's B. B is
B is correct. The Snoppies are on the board. That's exactly
all
right.
right.
That's some
It's
bullshit.
we're gonna give it to them. It's Xena, X-Files, and
loaded.
POI.
Well done. Well done.
Yep. Good job, Snoppies.
I
And-
waited for the go.
I know, Wendy, you did so good. I thought we'd just give that one to them. And
was a-
everybody,
that
just
was a
for the folks
pity.
at home,
That was a
we are
pity.
not
Yes.
keeping score at all.
a
Many
gimme.
of us are very competitive.
not.
And so we don't want things to go south. So we're just going to not even keep score.
Some
So
people are
and
keeping
also for
score.
folks playing at
That's why
home,
they're keeping
POI
score.
here, of course, refers to person of interest.
Ah, yes.
But if you didn't know that, you were not going to get this question of Wendy. So we will move on. Question 2.
Liz, are you sure you don't have your own podcast? you're doing pretty good.
Question 2, and don't forget, let me say all 4 choices, and then I'll say go. Okay, wait for the go.
Wait for the go.
Wait for the go, says Wendy. Okay. Kat describes meeting one of her film icons, the incomparable Carrie Fisher, in September 2019's Close Encounters of the Kelly Clarkson Kind. What was Kat wearing when she met Carrie? A, her superhero uniform of jeans, sneakers, and a hoodie. B, a Han Solo jacket she purchased at a convention. C, a t-shirt with Carrie's face on it. Or D, just a smile. Go. And
C, a t-shirt with Carrie's face on it.
correct.
Where were you,
I'm
Kat?
not gonna. I know the answer.
Right.
You answered my own question.
Right. We've all, yes, folks at home, we've established that if it's literally about one of the Snoppers, they're gonna defer to the Snoppies. Give them a chance, then they can ring in. Okay,
Damn it, I thought I knew that one.
You're
You
doing
guys
great. You're
could
doing
have
great.
answered. But I thought-
everybody.
okay, all right.
You could have answered.
Okay, you're doing awesome. Everyone's doing awesome.
All right, our chemistry is off, you guys. We gotta get back on the bandwagon. All right,
Just got off
something's
the flight.
off
She's
here.
doing it.
All right.
All right. Question 3. In February 2020's Ships Ahoy, Kat relates the origin of the internet slang term ship or shipping, meaning the endorsement of or desire for a romantic relationship between 2 or more characters. According to Kat and Wikipedia, this use of the term ship first entered the fandom lexicon in association with what TV show and its main characters? Let me say all the choices, Anne. I see your hand reaching for the buzzer. Choice A, Star Trek's Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock. B, Xena Warrior Princesses Xena and Gabrielle. C, Buffy's Buffy and Spike. Or D, The X-Files Dana Scully and Fox Mulder. Go!
Ah, you cheat web.
Let's give 20. Let's give these guys a chance. Yeah,
Hey,
let's give these
Kirk
guys a
and
chance.
Spock. Star Trek.
That's so fucking wrong. It's not
What?
right. It's
What?
not right. It's not right. What?
They were the first.
No,
No,
nope.
not-
It's very nuanced. It's very nuanced. What do we have? Yes,
Yeah, they
I
didn't know
shall
either.
repeat the choices. And this is when did the use of the term ship first enter the fandom lexicon? Okay, was it what we already know what is wrong is Star Trek's Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, Xena Warrior Princesses Xena and Gabrielle, Buffy's Buffy and Spike, or D, The X-Files Dana Scully and Fox Mulder?
D.
Correct. That is correct.
Oh.
Kat, I think
But
you
I
remember,
thought it
Kat,
was-
the difference.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do indeed. The first fanfic was Spock and Captain Kirk.
Exactly.
The first official ship was.
Really?
That's where it came from. You were shippers, right? Shippers
Yeah.
is when you wanted Scully and Mulder to get together.
All right. First ever bonus question.
It's a good thing we're not keeping score because we are losing.
Yeah, we're not keeping score for sure.
The shippies, the snoppies, the shippies, the snoppies, because you got that question right, you get the bonus question
How
associated.
many is this one for?
What the
bonus,
fuck?
bonus. And this is snoppies only. You don't have to ring in. This is your question.
Oh,
Unless
come
you get it
on.
wrong, then these gals can steal, okay? Bonus. What is the ship name of Wendy's favorite POI characters? Correct.
Oh, that was
amazing, amazing. And I should have mentioned this is not multiple choice. The bonuses are not multiple choice. You just gotta come up with it. Noe, you were all over it, pal. Shoot. Yep,
That would be shoot.
that's correct. That's exactly right.
And shawl.
Love it. That was my next bonus. What
Oh.
are the two names that combine to make shoot? That's
Amazing.
exactly right.
Well done.
And finally, bonus. Oh my gosh. Name the actresses who play these characters.
That would be Amy Acker and Sarah Shahi.
Correct. The Snappies
job.
sweep the category.
Nice job, Noe. Well done.
We also would have accepted the Shahi.
Always the Shahi.
All right, everyone.
What are you marking down there,
I'm
Anne?
just keeping score.
No,
And we were not keeping
No, I
score.
thought
but
we
if
were-
you-
that's
you
not
know,
what the
not-
notepads are for,
I
Anne.
thought we weren't keeping score, Ann.
You don't know Anne. She's gonna keep score.
All right, we got to get one, guys.
All
We're
right,
gonna get one.
everybody.
We're gonna
this,
get one.
This is a bit of a TED Talk, but I think it's worth it, okay? Just hang in there with me. Okay, ready for this one? Question 4. Every decade since 1952, the British Film Institute has polled film critics, curators, archivists, and academics for their rankings of the top 10 films of all time.
Okay.
Their ballots are then compiled to create a larger master list. Each decade, films are added to and dropped from the list, strengthening its credibility and prestige.
Yep.
According to the late Roger Ebert, the BFI list is, quote, by far the most respected of the countless polls of great movies, the only one most serious movie people take seriously. December 1st, 2022, just 3 weeks ago, was the list's 8th publication, stemming from the largest poll in its 70-year history, with 1,639 authoritative members of the cinema community contributing to this bellwether of critical opinion on cinema. In its first year of eligibility, debuting at number 30 on the 2022 British Film Institute's list of the 100 greatest films of all time, the highest ranking of any film made in the decade since the previous BFI 2012 list. Here comes everyone. It's all boiled down to this. What incredible work of art did the Snoppers review as part of their June 2020 virtual Pride Film Festival, upon which they geniusly bestowed 5 rainbows, and 5.5 rainbows out of 5. Was it A, Les Bomb?
Definitely not.
B, A Secret Love? C, Below Her Mouth? Or D, Portrait de la jeune fille en feu? Go!
What's the question?
4th. What? Nothing. Really?
On fire.
Amazing! Portrait de la jeune fille en feu, or in the English, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Amazing!
That's what I said.
Snoppies get,
Damn it.
Snoppies get the bonus question. Bonus question to Snoppies only.
We're bad at this game.
Bonus. Did Sophie know? Did Sophie know? I'll ask it another way. Did Sophie know?
Wait, did Did we watch this movie? What is this movie?
Of course. Portrait of a
So
Lady on Fire.
Portrait of Lady on Fire we
No.
watched.
Is it French?
You're exactly right. She absolutely knew. She absolutely knew, everyone. What we were looking for, specifically was Sophie 100% knew. In fact, years later, after the events of the film, quote, end, Sophie orchestrates Heloise and her child's escape from Milan to Paris. They reunite with Marianne, and all four live happily ever after. That's my headcanon, and I'm sticking to it.
Love that.
Question 5.
Love
Hang
that
on.
for
Guys,
us.
remember the day that Liz came and stole your podcast and turned it into a game
never
show?
podcasted.
You never
I promise that
podcasted
was
again?
the longest question of all time.
It was impressive,
Okay, I
though.
think you're all going to love this one. Everybody, this one is just right up everyone's alley,
Okay.
so to speak. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Yeah, we set? Okay.
So ready?
Question 5. In August 2020's Winona Earp 402 deep dive, to speak, the Snoppers' world is rocked
ring in,
by
no matter
which
what.
revolutionary aspect of the Way Hot reunion scene? A. Hands under things. B. Hands next to things.
Hold on, Tara.
C. Hands in things. Or D. Hands around things. Go. Good break. Too early, Anne. Go for it, Tara.
Hands in things.
Correct. Yes. That's exactly right.
Boom.
Everyone's bonus is to watch that scene again.
Yes,
Pause
that
the
is everyone's
podcast.
bonus.
Go ahead. Okay, you're back. Yeah. Hope you had fun. All right, let's go. Ready? Question 6.
Okay.
This is in the category of everybody gets a point, right? Okay.
Okay.
And had to be part of this, right? Question 6. Where does Tara work? Hold up. Gotta do the choices. A. A fire station. B, a police station. C, a hospital. Or D, a school. Oh, early. It's Wendy's.
A hospital.
Correct. Amazing. For the first time, the Snoppers receive the bonus question.
Sure, and premature.
All right, here we go.
One even, you guys.
Bonus. It's possible that Tara's hospital work has contributed to her fondness for what unending TV drama?
Grey's Anatomy.
Amazing. Snoppers, bonus.
Yeah, baby.
How does Lexi Gray die?
I know this. No, it's a trick question.
Trick question.
You should answer.
Lexi Gray is killed in a plane crash. She is crushed by the plane, and then she is scavenged by wolves. Her carcass is dragged away by the wolves.
Tara is 1,000% correct. Of course she would be. What we were
Spoiler
what
alert.
we were looking for precisely was Lexi is tragically eaten by wolves after having died subsequent to the plane crash, but because of it. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Moving on.
Well done.
Moving on. Here
Well
we
done.
go. Okay. Question 7. Get ready, everybody.
I'm ready.
Okay, this one for everyone here. Ready?
Okay.
In May 2021's Happy 100th episode with Kat Burrell, international treasure Kat Hot Damn Burrell
a good episode.
relates to the Snoppers that she assumes a unique stance in order to 1, avoid slouching, and 2, meet people at their eye level, Kat herself being a statuesque goddess. What is the name of this unique stance? Is it A, the cat squat, B, the cat spread, C, the cat stoop, or D, the cat shimmy? Go! Ooh, that's close. I can't even make the call, did it? Oh,
Number one. Number
Oh,
one.
that's Wendy.
You say it.
You know it. You gotta let someone who
cat
doesn't
spread.
know it.
Exactly. Tara's got it.
I was doing it.
By the time
Demonstrating.
Well done.
All right. Question 8.
You keeping score? And you can still keep score.
Yeah,
You can't check your own
No. You even had the ASMR. You tilted your mic down when you were writing your little numbers.
Question 8. In August 2021's Good Witch and Pod Court, plaintiffs Tara and friend of the pod and extraordinary Erper Anne level what charge at Kat regarding a certain gorgeous and extremely thoughtful everyone welcome sign? A. Premature unwrapping. B. premature untying? C, premature unboxing? Or D, premature female ejaculation? Wendy's got it.
Premature unboxing.
Correct. Amazing.
That's a trick.
Nice job. That was very tricky. That was tough.
Is this working?
Well done, Wendy.
All right.
It's between wrapping and boxing.
True. But the exact quote was,
Very
we take it
unboxing.
just right
Very-
from the source. Unboxing it
Very
was.
tricky.
Yep. All right, everyone. Question 9. In September 2021's Why Xena, friend of the pod and exceptional Erper
Get
Ann
out of here.
erroneously describes Xena as what type of two-sport athlete? A, a soccer and frisbee golf player. B, a volleyball and field hockey player. C, a soccer and softball player. Or D, a softball and basketball player. Go! Early, Wendy!
Oh.
Yep, it was early.
A.
Correct, soccer and frisbee golf. Snoppers, would you care to explain those two sports, for the folks at home, so they know where those came from?
Well,
Soccer,
frisbee golf
Yep.
is obviously the chakram.
correct.
I honestly don't remember where the soccer came from.
Because she wears shin pads.
Dan's got it. The shin guards.
That tracks.
All right, everybody, we're halfway through.
Amazing.
As described in October 2021's Happy
Portrait of a
Snoptoberween.
girl on fire took about 5 minutes to explain.
Don't make me laugh.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
It's educational. It's an educational podcast. Question 10. As described in October 2021's Happy Snoptoberween, name the costumes each of the Snoppers wore. A, Tara as Lexi Gray, attached plain fuselage and all. Kat and Wendy couples costume. Kat as Princess Leia, Bounty Hunter Bausch version, and Wendy as Han Solo. That was all A, everybody. That was all A, okay? Choice B, Kat as Wedge Antilles, commander of the Rogue Squadron. Wendy as Winnie the Pooh. Tara as Jack Skellington. Choice C, Kat as Ann Lister. Wendy as Villanelle. And Tara as Yelena Belova. Or D, group costume. Kat as Winona Earp. Wendy as Waverly Earp. Tara as Nicole Haughty McKacky Pants. Hot. Go. Wendy's got it.
The Rogue Squadron and Pooh. And you were Jack Skellington?
Yay! Amazing.
Well done.
Correct.
Nice job. Nice
Snoppers,
job.
get the bonus.
Bonus, baby.
Remember, there's no multiple choice. You just got to come up with it
I
on
wish
your
it was the
own.
Lexi Gray one.
I know. We should do that next year.
Bonus to the Snoppers. Erpers refer to Winona, Waverly, and Nicole as what deity collective?
Is it the Holy
Holy Trinity.
Amazing! That's exactly right.
I was overthinking.
100%. Don't overthink it.
We're really unsure.
You almost screwed that up. You almost screwed it up
I'll
entirely. All right.
edit that question out.
All right. Everyone, the following 4 questions come from the greatest 45 minutes in podcast history. The iconic opening of November 2021, Zip Lining for Freedom. Next 4 questions come from that podcast. Ready? Here's the first of the 4.
I lived it.
Name the 4 components that make up the unique collectible Wendy acquires just prior to ziplining. A, a dog, a bone, a fire hydrant, a piece of candy corn. B, a tiger, a rock, a tree, a Kit Kat bar. C, a cat, a ball, a bush, a box of Jell-O. Or D, a bear, a red shirt, no pants, a pot of honey. Go! Wendy's got it!
Damn it.
Cat, bush, ball, Jello.
Sounds like a memory test for like someone in the
Camera, person, TV,
I'm
man.
going to put 4 objects on the table. You're going to look at them, and then I'm going to take them away, and you're going to tell me what was on the table.
Okay. Question 12, also from Ziplining for Freedom. An entire quiz could and should be made from that episode alone, everyone. So question 12.
Pancakes.
Oh, nice.
Question 12. Complete the following sentence. If you'd like to meet the man who drew that map, he's A, standing right next to you. B, standing right behind you. C, sitting in a corner, or D, dancing on his own? Go! Tara, sure, take it.
Standing right behind you.
Correct! It's exactly right! Yes. One of the iconic quotes from that episode. Random person lurking immediately behind you. All right.
On a shirt.
Question 13. Still from Ziplining for Freedom. Let's never forget. What are the names of Wendy and Tara's ziplining dudes? This is the first question I thought of when I thought of making SNOP Trivia. I was like, the ziplining dudes.
That is
Who
a
will even remember?
Deep cut, Liz.
A, Alexander and Shane. B, Seth and Abram. C, Alexander and Sean.
Oh my God.
Or D, Shane and John. Go! Sure, we'll give it to Noe. We'll give it to Noe.
D.
That's incorrect. Absolutely not. Go for it, Snopper. Steal.
A.
Wait. I gotta check. That's right. Yay!
No idea.
Alexander and Shane. You were smart to ring in and just guess, pal. That was a good idea.
Yeah. Smart, Noe.
Alexander
Why not?
and Shane. That's a deep cut,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's impressive.
That's for all the, snop heads out there. That's right. I know who you are. Yeah, yep, I know who you are. I know who you are. I'm with you. All right. Last question from Ziplining for Freedom. Then we've got our final 5 quiz questions after that. Okay, we're almost there, everyone.
Holy shit.
Last question from Ziplining for Freedom. Question 14. Why isn't the log wider? A, zipliners prefer it narrow. B, there's no need for it to be wider. C, what log? Or D, that's just the log. Go, Wendy!
That's just the law.
It's just the log, everyone. That's just the log.
just the
That's
log.
just, you can't question it. You can't question the
Don't
log.
question the law.
No, there's no
My
questioning.
log has something to say.
There's no
Totally
questioning the log.
broken.
You want to
just
have a
goes
new
faster.
one new buzzer
No,
snot,
I mean, it
please?
was working before.
All right,
We
okay.
lost everyone.
You're gonna swoop back in here. The back half of this quiz here. We've got
What's
our
the
last
score
5
at, Ann?
questions.
Blaming the button.
All right.
That's not our behavior,
Oh my gosh,
Ann.
this is an apt question, everyone. Question.
Premature
All right, reset.
buzzer.
We're resetting. We're calming. We're
No,
resetting.
no.
Center. Okay. Question 15. Which of Tara's outdoor Christmas decorations survived the great LA rainstorm of 2021, as described in January 2022's Goodbye Betty and the Snoppies? A, Olaf. B, the Echo bass sign. C, BB-8. Or D, there were no survivors. Go! Noe?
BB-8.
Incorrect. Snoppers, you can steal. What survived?
It's your yard.
You know
Am I
this,
allowed
right?
to answer?
Yeah.
I think so.
The Echo bass sign.
Fuck no, it was Olaf, dudes.
What
It was
Well, the Echo bass sign survived. Okay, when it
like
fell,
BB-8's outside,
when
but
it
it probably
fell,
wasn't
yes,
decoration.
Olaf did survive.
Yes,
but the
you
Echo
go-
bass sign is out there.
It's out there
It was
right
a
now.
little
But
confusing.
Olaf, in the
Very
podcast,
well.
Olaf
Yes.
was specifically called out as having survived. Kat
You're
says,
right.
take a look at Olaf. Look at his little smile. That's what, yep, that's
you're
canon,
right.
everybody. That's canon,
canon.
okay?
Olaf was
I would've
just
gone with Olaf.
outside the fall zone.
You can't
You're right.
can't dispute canon, everyone. All right. Question 16. 5 questions to go. In February 2022's Live from Burbank, Tara wears which of...
Who names these episodes?
Oh, sorry. Question 16. In February 2022's Live from Burbank, Tara wears which of the following to Kat's house? A, a Halloween shirt and Christmas socks. B, a Christmas shirt and mismatched socks. C, a Grey's Anatomy shirt and Doctor Who socks. Or D, just a smile. Go! What do we have here? Oh, go for it, Noe.
C.
Incorrect. It was not Grey's Anatomy. It was not Doctor Who. Snoppers, you can steal. What did Tara wear to Kat's house for Live from Burbank?
A Christmas shirt and mix match socks.
Correct. That's exactly right.
Tara didn't even know
I
that
don't
she
remember
wore
that. All right. Why did I do
it
that?
was right around when you had moved. And you're like,
Oh.
guys, I'm here. That's all I can tell you. This is all
Sounds
I
right.
had.
All right. Oh, that's
All right.
true. That does sound about right. Yeah. February, March. Yeah.
Okay, super deep. Ready? Snoppers, you can get the bonus here.
Okay.
Bonus. This is going to be a tough one, everyone. Bonus. It's for the folks at home. Bonus. Describe the actual shirt and socks. What was the shirt?
Mother.
What were the socks?
I don't know. I moved. I don't remember.
It was a Christmas shirt?
Correct. Yes.
Shirt.
God.
I don't remember. I
What
don't
was,
even know what
was
Christmas shirt.
special
I have
about
no
the
idea.
shirt? Was the shirt reflecting a year?
think I know what socks
that was
it was.
2 years hence.
Oh, I know what it was. It was yes, Knott's Merry Farm. Yeah, Knott's Merry Farm.
That's all right. I let him. I did. I gave it to him. I gave it to
You
him.
were for
20
2
minutes
weeks
to look
straight.
up.
I gave it to him. I gave it to him.
Very
Okay.
generous, Liz. Thank you. Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
I just want to even it out here.
There's like a home court advantage. Yeah.
Question 17. How many times is the name Anne said in May 2022's A Staggering Amount of Anns?
Gentleman Jack.
Between Ann Lister and yeah.
A, 43 times.
Did you wait? I'm sorry. Did you count the
them?
times?
Fuck yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, I did. Let's go.
All right.
Amazing.
B, 77 times. C, 119 times. Or D, 195 times. Go. Noe.
See?
Incorrect. Snoppers, you can steal.
Can you give us those numbers? again?
Absolutely. How many times is the name Anne said in May 2022's A Staggering Amount of Anns? A, 43 times. B, 77 times. C, 119 times. Or D, 195 fucking times.
Charlie thinks it's D.
Can we steal if they get it wrong?
Can we still
Yeah.
get it right?
A.
What in the fuck? It's staggering. It's 195
No
times.
way.
Absolutely.
There's
it
no
is.
way. Are
It's
you
absolutely.
serious?
Listen to
Are you
it.
serious?
Listeners at home, you can test me. Listeners at home, listen along. Make your little tick marks.
Are you serious?
195 times.
Serious?
I
Wow.
shit you not.
What are we doing?
Bonus. That's right, Charlie.
We said Anne too many times.
Yes.
Wow.
Bonus.
We will never say Ann again.
Never again.
It was the Ann. It was the Ann Listers that.
Well, this goes out to the whole group. Anyone can buzz in for the bonus since you
Wow.
all got it wrong.
Got it.
Bonus. You can chime in. Bonus. What are the 6 variations of the name Anne in the show? And apparently, should we hold? Okay,
Hold,
okay, sorry.
Holding for
Have
dog.
a drink. Have a little drink. Okay. You guys, yes, you say it a
95.
billion times. It's hilarious, everyone. You've got to listen to that 37 minutes.
You broke
It
my
is
like
amazing.
37
Yes, it's the
minutes?
recap of the episode. It's amazing. It's hilarious. It's so great. And at the very
a lot of
end, you
Anne.
even discover you're like, wait, is that her aunt? Her aunt is also like it's
There's
hilarious.
another Anne.
It was a crazy episode.
So great. All right, okay, we're holding for the bonus. We're almost there, guys.
So, did we
got
call-
3 more questions.
Did we call our episode Ziplining for Freedom, or is that what you named
We
it?
did.
We did?
That's what we
These
called
are
it.
all your titles. These are all your titles. Yeah.
Crazy titles.
We've got 3 more questions, everybody. Doing great, everyone.
Ooh,
Doing
home
great,
stretch.
team.
Do for a living.
Great question.
Work for the Price is Right or something?
Because you should.
All right, are we ready? I
think
yeah,
so.
we all set.
here.
Wait, we're back to doing the bonus actually.
Right.
Okay, you guys can
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
this
yeah.
around.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'll say go when I'm done with the question.
Okay.
Okay. Bonus. What are the 6 variations of the name Anne in the show and apparently in Anne Lister's actual life? Because why else would they possibly do that?
Oh, wow.
Go.
What do you mean the
Go for it.
I don't know. I just.
Talk it out, Tara. Talk it out.
What do you mean the variations?
Well, okay,
Like
just
Ann?
talk
Ann
it out.
Lister.
Yes. I already gave
Girlfriend
you-
Ann.
Oh,
Whatever
yes.
her name is.
Oh, okay, the Aunt Ann.
Yes.
Aunt Ann.
Yes. Keep going.
Was there a Grandma Ann?
There was.
Oh, it was Grandma. It was the
Keep going.
Ex-girlfriend Ann.
Oh, the other Ann, Mary
Yes.
Ann.
Yes. Keep going. Keep going.
How many Anns was
You've
that?
said
4?
5. You said 5.
Oh, that's 5.
You've got just the one left. The variation of the name Anne.
Was it the sister Ann? Was there another?
The housekeeper Ann. Was there a horse named
Was there a
Anne?
lover? Was there a lover named Anne?
There was, but what was the variation of that lover's name?
Like Anna or something?
No, it was
Anne of Green Gables.
Close,
Marion.
close.
Marion.
Mariana, you got it. We're gonna give it to you.
Okay.
That's right. What we were looking for, everyone, specifically was Ann Lister, Ann Walker, Aunt Ann Lister, Aunt Ann Walker, Mary Ann Lister, and Mariana Lawton. We also would have accepted
God.
Ann, Mary Ann, and Mariana. Moving on.
195 times. It's ridiculous. That's too
Insane.
many.
We're almost there in this
And that's the episode we got that mean person that wrote us and said we got the names wrong. How
Yeah.
dare they? 195 Anns.
Did you see what I hashtagged my review on iTunes? I was
called
like, it's
us
not
out.
about the recaps. Duh.
And they said you got the names wrong. Well, fuck you. 195 Anns in one episode. You try to get it right.
Everyone, do yourselves a favor. Go back and re-listen to that sort of gem of the 37 minutes of
I'm
the
gonna
Anns.
re-listen to it.
All right, everybody. We got 3 questions to go.
Okay.
Question 18. In June 2022's Gimme the Snop with Kat Burrell,
I like Kat
Best of Us Kat Sheriff Daddy Burrell describes the ups and downs of in-person conventions in what way? A. Anxiety tank down, adoration tank up. B. Inhibitions tank down, arousal tank up. C. Energy tank down, heart tank up. Or D. Chill tank down, polite tank up. Go. Noe. See? Correct. Energy tank down, heart tank up.
Don't remember her saying that.
I would have said A, so I'm glad
Yeah.
I didn't
All right,
win.
good job, Snoppies. You're back on. You're back on the board.
I just wanted you guys to get Caprell to say arousal.
Yeah.
Next time.
Sheriff Daddy. All right. Question
Daddy hot.
19. What is Wendy wearing as she steps over her live broadcasting iPad during the recording of July 2022's Tara's Travels and Earp Division Expo? A. Footy pajamas. B. Boxers and underpants. C. Cutie pie boy shorts. Or D. Just a smile. Go! Noe.
B.
Correct. You've got it right, Alex. It's B. Boxers
So much
and
Wendy.
underpants.
It's one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
Whoa!
So you didn't edit that out.
Wendy, that's gold.
2 questions to go.
These weren't on video.
Wendy, you should listen to the podcast.
Question 20. As we learned in July 2022's Obi-Wan Kenobi is a grown-ass Jedi and Ask Us Anything, which of the following is one of Tara's tattoos? A. A sandwich and a ketchup bottle inside the no symbol.
Obviously.
B. Lyrics from her favorite Slater-Kinney song. C. A sun setting into her pants. Or D. Emma Watson's face in profile as an adult, not a child. It's fine now. Go. Noe.
So unfair. That is so inaccurate.
Incorrect. Actually, it's not Emma Watson's face in profile as an adult, not a child. It's fine now. Snoppers, you can steal.
This is so inaccurate, the description you put on this list.
These are your
This is
words.
canon.
Dancing his son into the pants.
I think it is my words.
Exactly right. This is from the pod.
These are your
I can't.
words.
This is history.
Fine, it probably is my words. But yes, it is the sun and to my pants, I guess.
Can we take a look at it right now? Turn around, Tara.
It's on the front.
You say hey, whatever.
So inaccurate.
It's fine.
It's in recording.
It's inaccurate.
It's so inaccurate.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play.
I've seen it.
Hey, now.
I'm gonna play the clip.
You can see
right
it in
after
a bathing suit, y'all. Don't worry about it. Come on now.
Final question of the inaugural
my
SNOP
goodness.
Trivia Extravaganza. And this, again, falls into the category of everybody's going to get this one, no doubt, no doubt. Complete the following sentence. The She Nerds Out podcast and its 3 absolutely amazing, smart, sweet, sincere, hilarious with hearts of gold creators continuously provide the SNOP faithful with A.
I'm gonna cry.
Side-splitting laughter. B. Immeasurable joy. C. A bit of light in what can feel like a lot of darkness. Or D. All of the above. What do we have? D. That's right. Thank you for that. Thank you, you three. Thank you.
Liz,
Oh, thank you, Liz.
That's nice to say
Oh, it's very
since you
nice.
just stole our job.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess we're gonna hand over the keys to you, Liz.
Liz, you're the
Hey,
best
Liz.
MC ever.
See you in Encore, Liz.
Yeah, Liz. Damn.
Wow. Thank you so much, Liz.
So welcome.
Thank
You're
you
so
guys
welcome.
for
It's
playing.
the least we can do. We thank you so much for what you bring to our lives. Thank you.
That's very sweet. And you guys clearly lost.
Yeah.
You stopped keeping score.
Yeah, you stopped writing a long
1, 2,
time.
3,
No.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Did you count the last one?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No. No. No.
11.
Well, I mean, you've humbled us. This
Yes.
was so much fun. I don't know what to say. That was the most incredible. You did so much work.
Yeah. This
That's
is a
so
lot of
much
work.
work.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Well,
we
thank you so much, Liz. Thank you
Yeah.
for everything.
This is awesome.
Amazing.
195 times.
Count them. Cannon.
All right, should we sign off from this?
Yeah.
The Pod Pub.
Yeah, sure.
Tara, take us out. What are you gonna? This is your spot.
I don't know. I think I'm just really glad everyone's here, and thanks for coming and showing up here totally uninvited. And I'm just really glad that you did, and we're having a really nice time now that you're here.
Thanks for having
So
us.
really glad to have you guys.
Thanks for opening the
love you
doors.
all. Yeah. So just very thankful and hope everyone has a really nice holiday, and just very grateful for you all. So thank you so much.
Wendy, why don't you take us out in She Nerds
Yeah.
Out style?
Merry Christmas. Until next time, she nerds.
So, anyways, I think this is my last episode of SNOP. I had a good run.
Yeah. Liz, you can start next week.
Liz, how are you at editing? I hope you're good.
Yeah.
It's really all you need to do. So obviously, like, so many thanks to Liz.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. I got a little choked up at the end there.
Yeah.
She came in hard, man. She came at us hard.
Man, it was like so many levels of good. It was like so much research and
So much.
so much fun, and then so much heart at the end.
Yeah.
You got me.
She masterfully knew exactly how to start it. She got us through the middle and then the big ending. Like, she's
Yeah.
really good at this.
And then I felt like I learned something. The lady with the portrait on fire thing is like, I didn't know where it was going, but I just knew that I had to be patient and that
settle
pay
in.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, and she delivered, and we all learned a little something. Yeah, she brought her own buzzers.
A whole buzzer array. It was awesome.
We got to choose our own buzzers.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was quite a treat, and just such a joy and a pleasure. And yeah, Liz, we love you so much. Thank you for everything. She's just
Yes.
the nicest person.
Yeah.
And then she gave us all gift bags.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So now, we have a tech department, that's Alex, and now we have an archivist. Liz is in charge of the archives. So we're in good hands. So yeah, thanks again, Liz. It kind of wraps us up.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a bonus mail sack episode dropping this week. So look out for that. Don't forget, we still are doing the Cat Braille banner giveaway. So go onto our Instagram and our Twitter account. And if you haven't already, drop your favorite Winona or Nicole or Cat moment. That's how you enter that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take a couple weeks off.
Yeah. A little hiatus. Take a break.
Take a little hiatus. And Wendy had to take an even earlier hiatus. So
Mhm.
Wendy's not going to be with us to say goodbye, but she sends her love to everybody and happy holidays.
Yep.
But you know, it's Tara, when we come back from the holidays, you know what we're going to be doing?
What?
It's the Snoppy Awards.
Yes, the Snoppies.
I think it'll be our third annual Snoppies.
Yeah, third
Oh,
annual
my.
Snoppies.
I feel like Michael and the Dundies.
Yeah.
It's like, does anybody else like them as much as I do? I don't care. I love them.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're going to go to Chili's. We're going to have the best time.
I would love to do the
Live
Snoppies
from Chili's. Oh my God. How great would that be?
That would be so much fun.
Can
should we just do
go
it?
to fucking Chili's? Chili's in what, Encino? Is that the first Chili's? It's like either Encino or Santa Clarita. Where's another Chili's?
Yeah, I think this is something we need to do. That would be
think it is.
so funny. We just set up our
Because-
mics and we're just ordering food. Like, oh no, we're good. That's fine. Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna look
Think
into
about
making
that.
happen.
Okay.
But listen, happy holidays, guys. Happy holidays to you, Tara, and all the listeners. We love you guys so much. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say, Tara. Like,
Yeah.
we're just so lucky to have the coolest fucking listeners on this podcast.
I'm overwhelmed. Sometimes I really am. I don't know what to say. I've had so many life-changing moments because of this podcast. I mean, I went to Scotland this year in England, and I've literally had my own Snop World tour and stayed and met our listeners I hadn't met, and had an AK and Suze and Minnie and Martina, and had the time of my life, and met so many people this year at the conventions and everything, and it just has been so amazing, and the emails and the art, and just I can't even explain. It's just thank you so much, everyone, and everything that you've done means so much to us, and thank you.
Absolutely. We love you guys. And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Festivus for the rest of us. Anything else, or just like have a good weekend. Like if you don't celebrate anything, that's cool too. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
And Happy New Year and all that stuff. So we wish you all a very happy holiday. And this is, I guess, the last episode, except for the bonus mail sack. This is the last episode of the year. That's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Let's hope 2023 is just fine.
Yeah. Just normal.
Just normal.
Whatever normal is.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be amazing. It just has to be like normal.
Yeah. Well, you can reach us at Twitter at Snop Oddcast with 1D, or Facebook and Instagram at She Nerds Out Podcast.
You can send us an email at shenerds@gmail.com. Go to our website, shenerds.out.com. You can get some merch. You can buy us a beer. You can catch up on old episodes. And you can send us a message or a voicemail. Hey, if you have something that is you want to send us in real life in person, send that to SNOP, P.O. Box 6732, Burbank, California, 91510.
All right. Well, I think that's it for us. Save Warrior None.
Hashtag Save Warrior None.
Hashtag until next time. She Nerds Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Hashtag Save Warrior None.